Welcome back to part 3 of episode 16, Def's Daily Dose of Dota. Today, we're talking about Secret.Puppey's Crystal Maiden from a recent game in the Dota Cinema XMG Captain's Draft Invitational. We've been focusing on positioning for Crystal Maiden, the itemization, which mostly consists of buying wards. You're a support, come on. But more importantly, the spell progression, which mostly consists of maxing out that delicious mana aura. I love it. And your allies do too. Hopefully after this game, you'll pick Crystal Maiden a little more. Though, expect to die a lot on the hero. As we talked about in part 1, she has one of the lowest starting HPs in the game, about 450. Undying as a juxtaposition here is about 700. Nearly 70% more. But Puppey's done an excellent job on Crystal Maiden, rotating around, jungling early, keeping good position in team fights, keeping teleportation scrolls on herself, keeping alive so she can continue to give that mana aura to all her friends, because you don't get it when you're dead, like most auras. But more importantly, not dying to the bounty hunter. And as I joked with before the break, she actually has less deaths than the Huskar on the other team. With the help of her positioning, stacking, and that arcane aura, we've seen the Phantom Assassin pull ahead her carry into the first position for net worth. It's close right now, 16 kills to 19 kills, 40 minutes in, and we're going to see the conclusion to this episode of 4D. Let's hop back into the game. When we left off, the first T3 in top lane and the first T3 with Rax in bottom lane had both fallen. We'd see some straggler kills exchanged. We saw Crystal Maiden pushing out the top lane, staying with her good buddy S4. She does need an escort these days. Level 16, she is very vulnerable. By the way, also worth noting, even though at level 16, which is when you could max out all your talents, still just keeping one talent in Frostbite. Choosing instead to get a little extra stats, a little more survivability, that might mean the difference between living and dying in this fight. And as mentioned several times, the less times you die, the better, because when you're alive, that delicious arcane aura goes out to all your allies. We see her briefly push out this top lane. Little does she know she's being mirrored by this Treant Protector. And uh-oh, Bounty Hunter is here.
My heart.
Not much can be done there. And instead, Secret will have to back up.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
But they did get a courier kill, thanks to her warding earlier on. Yay!
My voice.
And I'm pretty sure that was the next item coming out for Huskar. We can actually skip back and check that. As we see the courier, what's it got on it? Recipe for Assault Cuirass, Chainmail, and Hyperstone. Bet Huskar would love that, and he's so close. He'll get the armor. He'll get the armor penetration and attack speed. All great benefits.
Radiant's
Too bad.
courier has been killed.
Instead, he angrily hops
my
on to the Queen of
voice.
Pain. But, pretty good trade if you ask me. What could have been an advantageous fight for PR, they were down a man, or they were up a man rather, having killed Crystal Maiden, now means they might have to delay that progression, because Huskar is not going to have his next core item for several minutes. About 2.5 minutes, which will be plenty of time for both the Crystal Maiden and the Queen of Pain to come back to life. Because of that, I think we do see some hesitation here from Power Rangers. They could be pushing out very hard this lane. After all, they have quite a large swell, since they've already taken out Rax. But instead, it looks like they're just choosing to roam around a little bit. And Secret will not be punished for it. Moving into the jungle, getting a little extra farm. Treant Protector. I'd like to see more of the Nature's Guys coming out from him. Pretty good. Huskar instead using a blink away.
Fear nothing.
Crystal Maiden's back up. We see Batrider with the Blink Dagger roaming around.
Haste!
And I think they might see him here. Do they see him here? They don't, but they might find him anyway. Moving into the jungle. Instead they find the Bounty Hunter, claiming a quick kill.
Bye, baby.
Frostbite and Crystal Nova, good for used for good measure. And Crystal Maiden will instead port down and defend using her AoE ability, Crystal Nova. Also using Frostbite to kill that one creep. I guess the cold did bother him anyway. Okay, no more Frozen jokes. But we just see Crystal Maiden occupying the base, playing defense. Meanwhile, the rest of his team secures a Roshan kill.
Roshan has fallen to the
That beautiful 1100 crit at the end from our Phantom Assassin. He's getting big now. Satanic, Battle Fury, Assault Cuirass, and Manta style. He's going to be tough to kill. Crystal Maiden, meanwhile, we did see her buy Boots of Travel on that, one of the ganks, actually. One of her 5 deaths, rather. I believe it was Bounty Hunter in the top lane. So we see her with quite a good amount of items. Not quite as important. She's mainly there for the Arcane Aura. She's there for the AoE freezing field. Significant damage right now. 250 damage a second, I think. Yep. You also get the movement slow. Very significant. And it's AoE, so it will help kill the Meepo. We see her just roaming around, though, with her supports, staying close.
Illusion.
Meanwhile, one Meepo goes back to base. Or rather, they port to the bottom lane to push it out. One stays top lane, the Meepo Prime. Dazzle staying close to the Bounty Hunter as they just continue to farm up Illusion Bounty in the top lane. Crystal Maiden instead choosing to port to the top lane. Seeing that several heroes from Secret are in bottom lane and she can use this opportunity and the low 50-second cooldown for Boots of Travel to push out this top lane. Although Meepo may be coming, her allies instead rotate to the lane to support.
All wands will break.
And Secret has their set sight on this tier 2 tower. Likewise, for PR, we see them looking to push for this tier 2 tower of their own.
Dire's bottom tower
But Secret is in force here. They have an
Dire's
Aegis.
structures are fortified.
And they're going to look to push in on the tier 3
Radiant's
high
top
ground.
tower is under attack. Dire's
Queen of Pain
bottom
being
tower
very
has
ambitious,
fallen.
running in with that Mjolnir.
Radiant structures are fortified.
5.5
Radiant's
second
top
attack.
tower is under attack.
Phantom Assassin doing significant damage. And instead they're going to choose to port to the bottom lane and leave Phantom Assassin there.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You saw the kill on the Meepo. You saw the snow. Let's see it in replay, because I love seeing Meepo die. We're going to slow it down a tad. We did see the Hex come out onto the Crystal Maiden, but pretty wasted if you ask me. She's able to retreat. And what's that?
Dire's
S4
bottom
is
tower
here.
has fallen.
Huskar doing significant damage to himself, and the
Radiant's
Meepos,
top
the
tower
Meepos, the Meepos, and falling right on the edge there.
No such thing.
Batrider will fall as well, but
To the Nothal realm.
2 for 1, not bad. Significant damage as we saw
The last
coming out from the
sound
Crystal Maiden.
you'll ever-
Instant buyback.
Fear nothing.
He has to defend.
No grave.
Phantom Assassin is here. He's doing work. He has the Aegis still, but they're going to be forced back. It's a 4v1 right now. Omni Knight, not sure what he can do, especially with the Hex coming out. He's already used his ult. He has one more purification. He will use it on Kuroki, but
Don't
he'll fall.
You're done with
Aegis expended. Significant damage, especially when it's 4v1. And he's going to be pretty well cleaned up.
Don't believe
Omni Knight,
this.
however, will get out. And although Phantom Assassin is down for 84 seconds, he has buyback if he needs it. But Puppey and S4, having already ported back and killed the Meepo, push out this bottom lane. They'll choose to put down a ward, get good advantage or get good vision of the jungle. And other than that, just continuing to push out the wave. And then choosing to port back home. She knows with 2 heroes down, specifically her Phantom Assassin, PR are going to bring the pain, and they're going to bring it to their base soon. They'd love to push out this top lane, which already has, I don't know if they're called mega creeps. Yeah, already has mega creeps for that lane. As we see the heroes for Secret, ready for the defense. BKB coming out for our Queen of Pain. That's going to be a big item. She has cheese and a Mjolnir. 10-second BKB could be plenty of time to inflict devastating damage to our heroes of PR. Dazzle's great. 5-second Shallow Grave, but you can only use it on one person. And with the combination AoE damage from Sonic Wave and Freezing Field, Meepo, if he dies, doesn't have buyback. We can check the buyback status. Nope. 4 more minutes. So now with Phantom Assassin up, Batrider is back up, picked his gem back up. We see our heroes roaming through the jungle. Phantom Assassin, 4k gold, would love to get some extra money. Finish out that 6th slot. He does have Boots of Travel now. Beautiful 1k crits. Love seeing that. I could watch Phantom Assassin crit things all day. No crit there. But didn't know whether to go on Crystal Maiden or Dazzle. He chooses to go on Dazzle. And Kuroki tanks up, cleaves up. Puppey's falling low. Puppey dies. But let's watch that in reverse. I know what you're thinking. Another death from Crystal Maiden. Her 6th death of the game. Not much is going on there. Very disappointed. Ah, supports. I should have picked someone with a little more HP. We're going to step back there and see just how that contributed to the fight. I want to slow it down. Crystal Maiden's already going in low. She knows the Bounty Hunter is close, but she must come to her Phantom Assassin aid. We see him pop Berserk. Crystal Maiden uses her time to get off the freezing field. Several seconds of channeling. She is interrupted.
Down a dark road I go.
And we see her very low. She's going down. 5 heroes chasing, so she's going to run away. Opposite direction from the Batrider. An opposite direction from the Omni Knight and Queen of Pain. She falls, but only after a significant amount of time. And what's this now? Phantom Assassin has ported back into the fight. And because PR are split up, he comes back in and claims a kill on Huskar. We do see the Meepo get out there. But pretty even trade. Huskar and a Bounty Hunter for a Crystal Maiden. Technically there was a Phantom Assassin as well who bought back. So we are going to need to see something done from this Phantom Assassin. But if this were 5 minutes in, I would complain that there's no mana regen coming out for the rest of our Secret team, but it's not. Our heroes are big. Our support has done an excellent job this game, stacking, making sure their carries get what they need. And a 27k Phantom Assassin definitely has gotten what she needs.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And now it's time for the tier 3 fight. Our heroes coming in, immediately being repelled. 9-second BKB coming out for Queen of Pain. Would love to get something done. Uses the Shallow Grave, so now Dazzle is picked off. Instantly crit down by the Phantom Assassin. And an instant buyback coming out from
Radiant's
Dazzle.
top barracks has fallen.
With that kill and the double buybacks, Secret instantly back up. Crystal Maiden with those Boots of Travel now ports mid. The tier 3 had significant damage,
Invisibility.
or the range barracks fell. Melee took a fair amount of damage. So mid getting pushed out now as well. Crystal Maiden just using this time to rotate. Could check on Roshan.
This'll come in handy.
Instead, she'll grab a bounty rune and place a ward for Roshan, knowing that it's probably not up yet. Probably another 3 minutes. And if we look at the graph which we have in this game, we see the kill count's pretty close, but what was going to be a turning of the tide for PR, not so much when you factor in the buybacks. They have a significant lead, 7,000, but a lot of that 7,000 is on a hero like Phantom Assassin and the Secret, S4's Queen of Pain, able to dish out significant damage. We see Puppey just sitting on the high ground. Could pick up a BKB next. Instead, we see him pick up an Ogre Club and saving for buyback. With Boots of Travel, he can instantly come into a prospective fight. And what's this? A ward spotting out Dazzle, placed by Crystal Maiden. Instantly coming in. Treant Protector, not sure that Overgrowth was well timed. And we see Puppey just slowing the movement speed, slowing the attack speed, and actually forcing back. And now, a Frostbite coming in, just kiting the Huskar. Our heroes have done significant work. It's a 3-for-0. And look at this, a Crystal Maiden chasing Huskar away. He's low, another Frostbite coming off. Soulburn coming out for the Queen of Pain. The heroes are back. The support is here for our support. And that was a ridiculous jump. Did you guys see that? It was like halfway across the map. More importantly, you should see the kill count on the board. It's a 4-for-0. Crystal Maiden just ports back. She's used her ult. She's low on HP. She can cover this lane. While our heroes instantly take the mid-racks. And with several heroes dead, very few buybacks available. None for our heroes of Power Rangers. This fortification isn't going to help them. Bounty Hunter pulled back. And 195 HP is all standing between them and Mega. Creeps. Meepo buys back though. Getting 1 kill on the Queen of Pain, she buys back. Instantly buys Boots of Travel.
The Dire now have mega creeps.
And the last melee Rex has fallen. Queen of Pain coming back in. Meepo porting top. I don't even know why. Because this game is over.
Dire victory.
Another great performance from Team Secret. They've been doing quite well these days, placing highly in competitions. And if they lose to anyone, it's usually someone like EG, a top tier team. And it's easy to see why with someone like Puppey on there. Crystal Maiden's not one of his most popular heroes. If you go to Dota buff, his most popular ones are more likely to be Queen of Pain, actually. Someone like that. I have a lot of memories of Lone Druid games from him as well. But it was an excellent support game from him. Starting at the very beginning, we saw him jungling. Crystal Maiden's not your typical jungle hero, but with those 6.82 changes, a little easier for him to jungle now. He does 1,000 points of damage with just 1 point in Frostbite. That's all you need. As we saw Crystal Maiden delay maxing out Frostbite for a very long time. Instead choosing to max out that wonderful arcane aura. Just makes you want to take a drink. It doesn't, but I've been talking a while. And after that, we saw a little bit of stacking, helping pave the way for an early Blink Dagger. About 12 minutes for the Bat Rider. Pretty good, considering he died in the off lane. And then we saw excellent positioning in fights. We saw a lot of wards, especially that last one, contributing to a kill. And really, really just an unfortunate fight for Power Rangers, catching them the Dazzle out of position, the Treant Protector having to come in as well. And in the end, a quick turnaround on the back of a very well farmed Phantom Assassin. Yay! And a not so farmed Huskar. Boo. But ultimately, Crystal Maiden paves the way for a win for Team Secret. That's going to be all for this edition of 4D, Def's Daily Dose of Dota. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you play a game as Crystal Maiden. Because if you're on my team, I love the mana regen, and if you're not on my team, I love supports that only start out with 450 HP. Till next time, from all of us here at Deficit Broadcasting, I'm Michael, Deficit Plumley, helping you raise your score.